WhiskyJason here, a whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. I'm not really sure if this is rare, but I'm one of the first to do a video about this. Auchentoshan Dark Oak, whiskey base number 139919, triple distilled, 43%, and over here in Germany, 60 some euros. Now this is the new offering, the new bottling, the new expression from Beam Suntory, the parent company here of Auchentoshan, for travel retail. Up until now, they've been actually using the Springwood, which will be replaced, as well as the Heartwood. And this is basically the replacement for the Heartwood. All right, so the only thing I have a problem with actually is these were like 35 euros, and this is like 60 euros. Is this really double the price of this? And of course the packaging, this was more old. You had the A on the top, you still have that there, but this just looked a little bit 1980s 90s. Now this looks a little bit more modern, a little bit more urban, a little bit more airport. That's what travel retail should be. So let's take out the bottle. It's a 1 liter bottle. That's what's normal for our travel retail, the big bottles. And of course it has coloring, E150. This is much darker than the Heartwood was. Oh, wait a second, let's get this. Now, what I want to do is I compared this in my German video to the Heartwood. Now, what I want to do this time is I want to compare it to the 3-wood. Now, this also has coloring in it, so that's the way life sometimes goes, at least with bourbons from Beam Suntory and from other places in Europe. Now, this actually runs over here around 50 euros. All right, you can get this. This is 0.7 liter. This is a 1 liter for 60 euros. So they're almost the same in price. Okay, I've actually seen this on sale for like 30 something, but that's on sale. All right, so we have here, we have ex Oloroso, we have ex Pedro Ximenez, PX, and we have ex-Kentucky bourbon barrels. Very important. Not Tennessee bourbon, not Illinois bourbon, not Texas bourbon, Kentucky bourbon. Over here we have, actually here, also 3 woods, and the 3 woods would be the North American oak, the Oloroso sherry, and the Pedro Ximenez. So for me, actually, this is the nearest comparison, 43% for each other. This Heartwood only had the Oloroso sherry, so something PX was missing. So I think this is a worthy comparison. Let's take a look at the nose. What I get is it's very dried cranberries. I get a dark, heavily chocolate, dark chocolate, like 60, 70, even 80% of the chocolate, the cocoa percentage in there. And I get a tiny little bit of a red berry, like a raspberry, blackberry type of mix there. Over here, the 3-wood, almost getting the same thing, but a little bit more vanilla instead of the dark chocolate. Maybe even more of a white chocolate instead of dark chocolate. I like to compare the two. This is a little bit more in your face. This is a little bit more subtle. Now, there is a big problem here with my comparison. This is not even the neck pour yet. This is just brand new. I just opened this minutes ago. This has been open now for about 9 months. I'm still working on it, and I have some friends that are helping me with this, and so maybe the oxidation process has mellowed this whiskey, smoothed this whiskey a little bit out. Now, let's try it. 43%, both of them, Cilantro. Surprisingly good. It even gets a little creamy in your mouth, and the tannins of the barrels kind of, and then nope, there's dark chocolate, nice. It almost gets to the tipping point, and then it detours back to the chocolate moment. Then the berries kick in. Very nice. 43%, wonderful. 40% would have been flat. There's a tiny little bit of alcohol that just accents everything here. This is a very well made whiskey. This is actually almost a B- in my book. In German, I think I gave it a C++, but I'm going to give it a B- in English at the moment. This is actually a very nice whiskey. Wow. Now, one of my gateways whiskeys was the Triple Wood from Auchentoshan. This really opened me up to the fact that sherry is a nice thing to combine with whiskey, to be honest, at the very beginning of my trip into the journey into the world of whiskey and the the rabbit hole there. Nice nose, very, very nice nose. As I said, a little bit more descent, a little bit more smoother, a little bit more of that of a little bit of more of a nuance there of that white chocolate instead of a deep dark chocolate here. Let's see what the palate says. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow. Mm. Oh, the wood. Oh, very, very good. Okay, I like this better. People, buy 3 wood. Oh, it's such a longer finish. It's so good. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with oxidation or not, but this is good stuff. I've used this quite a lot in different. This is my 4th, 5th bottle, to be honest, since I've started whiskey about 3, 4 years ago. More 4 than 3. But I've had this in quite a few different tastings. Often comes out as the winner of the evening as well. I've had 6 other or 5 other whiskeys at the evening, and this just happens to be at that sweet spot. It's not too hot, it's not too weak. There's enough flavor in there, especially because of the wood and the sherry and the Oloroso and the PX that just makes this heavenly. This is very, very good. This is going to be actually a B whiskey for me at this moment. Value for money, I'm going to go for a C plus actually for this. I'm going to go for a C minus over here. 60 euros versus 40 euros. So 50% more for this, even though it is 30% more of a volume. Let's try them one more time. Going back to the triple wood here. The 3 wood, I'm sorry. I'm going to call it triple wood for some reason. It's 3 wood. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Has a much more complex, smoother entirety. I can fully, wholeheartedly recommend Auchentoshan 3 Wood. Very, very nice as a beginner, as an intermediate, even as an advanced whiskey for a beginning. So if you're going to do a sherry flight, for example, take out your Auchentoshan 3 Wood and just enjoy it and then move on to some other heavy hitters if you want. All right, the last time for the dark wood, after having the experience here of the 3 woods, 3 wood with a no S. Mm-hmm. 2 things become evident. The first, it seems like this is a younger whiskey. This seems older, more mature. Might have to do with the bottle, might not. Second of all, this is not as balanced as this. It feels like they rushed the finishing. The PX and the Oloroso are not just as married as they could be with the spirit that's in there compared to this. Both of them are tripled, matured, single malt, Scotch whiskies. Both of them 43%. Both of them are excellent whiskies. This is a B minus. This is a B. This is a C minus for the value for money. This is more of a C plus or C. I would highly, highly recommend the 3 woods. And if you're walking through the airport and you don't know what to buy and you want to bring a gift, you don't want to spend too much money. Your limit is maybe $75, maybe 50 some pounds, maybe 60 some euros, and you go, hey, look at this. Haven't seen this before. Great packaging. Let's go for it. There's nothing wrong with this whiskey. This is a great whiskey, especially if you want to give something new you've never given before. The 3 wood, everyone's had it basically. It has been in the whiskey scene for more than a couple of years. No surprises there. This is nice. This is tick better. All right, WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting. I don't know if it's rare and exotic this time, but I'm the first to do this. At least I haven't found anyone else online that has this video out yet, and therefore I did it. My question of the day is Auchentoshan. Which one do you prefer? What is your favorite Auchentoshan? And I must admit, it's still the 3 woods. Very, very good. Gentlemen there, keep up the good work. I like it. Please like, subscribe, tell others about this crazy American over here in Europe tasting things you might not ever see. All right, all the best. Bye-bye.